Hi everyone. Let's talk about architecture and specifically let's talk about castles. I absolutely love castles. Here's one in Germany, and this one you've got like that bridgeway coming in there. You have the towers that have the peaks up there. So your classic kind of like castle. Here we have one with the water surrounding it because what were castles? They were built to protect the people, the kings and queens and all this stuff. But basically, they wanted in a strategic place so they couldn't get attacked. So having water on three sides is a fantastic, actually almost all the way around, is a fantastic to protect themselves. And then there's only one way to get into the castle is on that drawbridge. This isn't really a drawbridge, but that's what we kind of think in our back of our minds. This one's absolutely gorgeous. Making it high up in the mountains is also another great way to have strategic location not to be attacked. Here, look at these tops of the things. They have the castle line, the line that goes over and up, over and up. You can see that here. What those were for is for archers to stand behind and protect and then kind of go around the side of it and be able to protect the castle. This one I love. It's absolutely gorgeous. Notice that it is also high up for safety. Notice these towers. Look at that tower all the way up to the top. Look at the arches. Absolutely gorgeous. And to think these were built so long ago and they were all built by hand. They had to carve each brick. It wasn't like they just poured concrete. So this design, this higher, large, massive scale was amazing that they did at this time period. This one I think is absolutely beautiful. You can see all of the areas where the archers would be to protect the county. You also might wonder why the windows are tiny on castles. The reason they're tiny is because archers can't shoot in if the window is tiny. It's protecting. Here, look at these roofs, the towers. Remember, they look like a cylinder. So remember how we drew cylinders? Keep that in the back of your head. Love this one. This one is the one I kind of like always think of when I think of like to draw a castle. This is what I want to draw. I always like the round cylinder sides. I have the dome, the arch for the door entry. I have the drawbridge. It's just so cool. Here's another beautiful one. Think of the material they use as well. So more in Northern Europe, it looks kind of dark and dingy. That's because of the limestone. And then going around, they have marble, they have different materials, and it's going to change. And the style changes too. I love this one. Look how like it's naturally built in here, and then it just beautifully goes up into all of this detail. This is in Spain. Look at how it matches the landscape. I love the bright colors. Look at this one, Portugal. Notice all the decorative toppings and the domes. So instead of those peaks, we have some peaks up here. In different cultures all around, they have some have peaks, some have domes. Think of Aladdin. Here, speaking of that, do you all know the Little Mermaid? I bet you do. Okay, so most of Disney's castles were modeled off of real castles. So here is the real one, which is in Switzerland, and we can see some similarities. Instead of it being squared off, though, they gave it a curve, kind of makes it their own. Right here, we have the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is off of this one is the real one. And then you can see the similarities. You can see that they added more of the towers and more of the the points. And that's where artists kind of can take that liberty. You got to add to it, spice it up a little bit. Okay, this one, Brave. I love Brave. It's almost like I can't tell which one's which. This is the real picture. Okay, this is a real castle. And then this is, of course, the one that they have in Brave. So once again, they rounded them instead of making them square. This one looks almost identical as well. This is the real one. This is Notre Dame in Paris, France. And you can see the rose window there, all the details, all of this is high Gothic time period when they built that church. Actually, it's not really so much a castle as it is a cathedral. Right here, this is the Taj Mahal in India. Absolutely gorgeous, made out of white marble. Look at the curves. They remind me of like a Hershey Kisses tops. And then, of course, here's the Aladdin one. Oh, look at that detail. Beautiful. And then, of course, our classic Sleeping Beauty, which if you go to Disney World, this is the one you're going to see, or Disneyland. And it's based off of the castle in Germany, Neuschwanstein. And it's just absolutely beautiful. So all of these different castles have unique, they have characteristics, but they all kind of have the same thing. They're massive, they've got towers, they've got small windows, they have protective areas that they're at. So your job is going to be to create a castle of your own, being creative, thinking about strategic location, thinking about the size of it, the towers, the stone that it's made out of, and really get creative. I can't wait to see your castles. Bye!